my stepfather, he passed away very unexpectedly back in January 24.
Man, I'm sorry,
And
dude.
yeah, thank you.
What was his name?
And JC.
JC. Good guy?
Yeah. Yeah, he was good. He was strong.
That's awesome. I'm sorry about your loss, man. I'm glad you got to spend part of your life with him. It sounds like JC was a good man.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so my mom started going on like dates with different men like about 3 months after he had passed.
Oh, wow.
And one of those men, which she is now dating, was my stepfather's old friend back like in high school. So, but the real shocker is that he's married, and it's kind of been tough going with that. So how do we
dude.
do we set boundaries with that?
Golly. Okay, so tell me, JC passed away when?
Back in January of last year.
Okay, so it's been about a year, but 3 months after he passes, your mom's hitting the market already.
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 58.
That feels fast, man.
Yeah.
What were their conversations like? I mean, I don't want to judge anybody's grief. Everybody does grief different, but
Right.
just if somebody were to call me, I would say take 6 months before you hop into anything. What were the conversations like when you found out she was already dating again?
Oh boy. So it was kind of excuse me. So I would kind of hear it from my sister, and my older sister knows my mom the most. And now I'm starting to see my mom in a different light because she has done this habitually in her past with actually my dad, and that's how I got my stepfather.
Oh, she cheated on your bio dad?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And
when did they divorce?
So when I was maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 6, maybe closer to 10, around that range.
Who were you most angry at during the divorce? Did you know about your mom back then, or did you blame dad?
I did not. And again, I see like my mom in a different light because she keeps stuff hidden from me the most instead of my sisters. My sisters, I guess, have seen when they were growing up and in their teenage years that they seen my mom doing all this stuff, and they know the kind of woman she is. But with me, it was like I saw her so differently, and that honestly, I was kind of like a spoiled child. But now that I see my mom in a different light.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
So for 20 years, you didn't know that it was actually your mom that blew up your household as a little kid. And then not only did she blow it up, she wallpapered over it with just showering you with gifts and love and affection. Are you the youngest?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were just the baby boy, and 2 decades later, you're finding out, whoa. So here's what I would suggest. I would suggest if you're not there yet, it usually goes from disbelief, like to what? To a rage that you don't know you're going to be able to control. Do you have any relationship with your bio dad?
Yeah. Our relationship's good.
Have you talked to him about this?
For my whole life. Yeah, he knows. Yeah, he knows very well. And
have y'all talked to him about the affair? What blew up the marriage when you were a kid?
I think it was really the cheating.
That's what I mean. But have you talked to your bio dad about that?
About the past is what you're saying?
Yeah, about the affair and all that caused the divorce.
I guess I never have.
Okay. It may be worth it. It may not be, but it may be worth it to sit down with him one day and say, Dad, this is going to be hard for you. Will you tell me the story of what happened when I was 4, 5, and 6? I'm finding stuff out about Mom, and my sisters are telling me stuff. What happened? And he may say, you know what? Bygones are bygones. I don't want to go back through all that stuff. You don't need to hear that. I'm not going to talk bad about your mom, yada, yada. He may do all that and would be honorable and cool. Or he may say, hey, yeah, I'll tell you. So Amber, hearing this, what's going through your mind? Why did you initially reach out?
Just because we are trying to figure out what kind of boundaries to set with her. And I see it's really making my husband struggle. He doesn't really know what to do.
Yeah.
He's trying to lead us in the best way, but doesn't really know what that relationship looks like now with her.
What do y'all want it to look like?
And that's what we're not sure.
I mean, so I've got friends that make decisions in their lives, values-wise and beliefs-wise, very different than me. They're still my friends, right? I still love them. I still love their kids. I still love their husbands and their wives. Like, I care about them, but very, very different lives. And there's people who just make decisions that I'm like, hey, I'm distancing myself from that. And all that's more complicated because this is Daniel's mother, right? And this is your mother-in-law. It makes it hard. But can y'all go with a straight face while she's dating a married man? Or is that one where you guys are drawing a line? If my dad died, I'm just trying to put myself in your position. If my dad died, and then 3 months from now, my mom was dating one of his friends who was still married, yeah, I'd have a real problem with that. I just think character still means something, and I think integrity still means something.
Yeah, I agree. There's been times where I've gone with my older sister and we've talked to her about how we feel, and it's like she kind of brushes it off, and there's been some hurt that she's actually expressed her true feelings, like, and I'm just going to sum it up, like, I don't care what you guys think, and I'm just going to do what I want to do.
Okay, so hold on, don't blow over that. In many ways, that's all you need to know. Hey, Mom, you're making decisions that are going to have ramifications for you, for our family, and I know you're lonely, I know you're heartbroken, all these things. Me and my sister, you raised us better than this. Yeah. She looks at you and says, I don't give a crap what you say. I'm going to do whatever I want. What she's telling you is, I don't want your opinions. I don't want your judgments. I don't want anything. And so what she is also saying is, if a value or a boundary you and Amber have is that I'm a person of good moral character and I don't sleep with my ex-husband's married friend, then I'm opting out of hanging out with you guys. I don't want to be with you then.
Yeah, that's exactly where I am.
Yeah. And then you, brother, have to deal with the heartbreak that your mom is choosing that over her son, over her daughters, over her grandkids.
Yeah.
And then you got to realize, oh, she did this when I was 6 years old. And that's just heartbreaking, man. And Amber, there's few things harder than a wife sitting by a heartbroken husband and just being present with him.
Yeah, for sure.
That's heartbreak. I mean, there's no easy path through that other than doing a really hard thing. I know a lot of women are like, man, I wish my husband was more vulnerable. And then when moments like this come, it's really hard to sit in that glow, right? In that vulnerable glow. It's scary. And you choosing to be uncomfortable and lean into that and sit close to him. And it just stinks for a while. It just sucks. And then Daniel, you and Amber decide. Y'all get to decide together. What does moving forward mean? Does this mean as long as she is continuing to have a sexual relationship with a married man, we're not going to go to Christmas at her house.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy that you say that, dude.
Why is that?
It is. That's exactly how I feel.
Well, put it down on paper. Sit down and say it out loud to your wife. And I think, here's the thing. I think the conversation, I think your feelings towards, I don't want to be around my mom, I don't want to go to Christmas, it's easy to double click on her particular action in this moment. And if she was to call my show, this is going to sound crazy, I would be super compassionate to her. If she just lost a 20-year marriage to a great guy, JC, and her mind just goes a little bit, and she just hits the dating market, tries to find connection, and one of the quickest ways to find connection is through quick sex, and then she finds some connection and some guy tells her, some 60-year-old man tells her some bill of goods about how he's not really divorced, but they've been separated for a long time, and my wife doesn't understand me like you understand me, and it just feels good to be in somebody's arms 3 months after. Like, I get that. I would tell her, hey, you're about to blow up everything, but I wouldn't be mad at her. I'd be heartbroken with her, right? But I want you to hear what I think you're really heartbroken about is your mom looked at you and said, I don't care about you. And I think that's why you don't want to go spend Christmas with her. Or I do care about you, but I care about you on my terms. But this one's a tough one. This one's an odd mix of a grieving widow, compassion, and grief doesn't give us license just to blow up other people's lives and blow up our lives and to make really awful decisions. It's a tough season. At the end of the day, Amber and Daniel, what y'all can control is y'all and the house y'all want to create. So sit down and spend some time grieving that together. The picture you had of life with JC, life with your mother, life with them being great-grandparents, because that picture's gone now. And let's be about seeing and imagining a new picture.